There's more water in here than before. Maybe I'll have to swim in here next time. What huge claw marks. On paw prints, like some wild beast left them behind. Yeah, huge, right? Huge wild beast, I think it said actually. Ooh, chest.
Is this an answer from this world?
No, not cork. Wrong button. Good start. This is my secret base. You still camp here? You're incredible, but you still need to stay safe. It's fine. My friend will protect me. Your friend, huh? Interesting mural. This is it. It's the clue I wanted to show you before. Right here. What onto that is that? It's so covered in moss, Pam got my heads or tails of it. There wasn't any moss like that last time I came here. No need to worry, little Mao. It's so humid in here. It's no wonder that moss is growing everywhere. There must be a way to clear it away. Okay, no. Woohoo! I kind of missed that. I think I let the moss has gone or something. Look, Amy, look. The scene of ancient people attending a festival, performing the ritual. Pretty different from the festivals we have today, huh? Although the grown-ups in the city and the village all said the Lord of Geo was the first to arrive in Shinyon Vale, I've heard that people in the picture actually got here even earlier than he did. Makes sense. People back then used to throw bits of magic jade into the river. They'd float along until they sank to the bottom. They saw them as a way to guarantee good weather, prevent the river from flooding, and ensure that the soil would be fertile. Based on what we previously discussed, I'm guessing Shinyon Vale will only be fixed after we have found some jade that was thrown into the river in ancient times. That makes sense, doesn't it? Wow, you're so knowledgeable. Was your friend the one who told you these stories? You rule, little Mal. That was first-class guide material right there. Little Mal's a local, so of course he understands this place better than Paimon. Yep, and everyone will be really blessed and live happily ever after, and all that. But I much prefer hearing stories of ancient wars and battles. She told me that warriors back then were all giants who were over 10 feet tall. The warriors of Shinyon Vale were covered in tattoos, and they had massive jade axes that could chop a person in half in a blink of an eye. And the Millelith was led by none other than the Lord of Geo. But even tougher, they clad themselves in suits of armour that weighed over thousands of pounds and fought with 100-pound spears. Apparently everyone was at war back then, so much that the Bishu River turned crimson red. Later on, the mountains in the south became so full of ghosts from that era, even now, those who wander through the mountains might still be able to catch them singing on the wind. Yikes, scary stuff. Cover your ears, Imni Pie. I don't think these stories are meant for kids. Definitely the top one. Who's Minnie Pie? Mountain's right, though. If you constantly think about this stuff, you'll turn into a villain when you're older. There's no way grown-ups would tell me these stories. They always say you're way too young to hear them, that they'll turn us rotten, and stuff like that. But I'm old enough already. Hearing a story is not going to turn me into a monster. Besides, there aren't many adults still around who know these stories anyway. If my friend hadn't told me, I wouldn't even know these stories in this picture. Okay, fine. Then I guess we'll move on. So the grown-ups were right to say those ancient people threw jade into the river from somewhere up high. But where exactly, and where did all the jade float off to? Well, it must have sunk into the bottom, right? It's not that simple. If it was thrown up somewhere upriver and sank into the bottom, it would be pushed down the river by the current, let alone after so many years. Besides, I've never heard anyone talk about the ancient ritual jade being found upriver. Shinyon Vale's a pretty small place after all. If there had been such rumours, everyone would know about them by now. You know so much. You're a future scholar for sure. But what if I don't want to be a scholar? They don't know much more. And it doesn't sound like much fun. Then become a traveller, just like us. What could be more fun than adventuring around the world? Seeing as we know the side of the ranger jade, what should we do next? Why don't we have a look from somewhere high up and take a look? Let's observe how the river flows. If we want to see how the river flows, maybe we should get a good idea from a tall watchtower of a young wolf? You're a pretty clever one, Miss Paimon. Yeah, of course. Okay, let's head out. I want to take a look around. Okay, let me know when you're ready. Yes, let's have a look around. Anything we can see? Turtle and puzzle. And I think this is where we came in, right? I think it is. No, we didn't come in this way, but let's come the other way. Oh, it's changed. Oh, I'm very forgetful. Oh, it's one of these puzzles. Mr. Jean-Mi is going to be needed, I think. Well, this turtle attacked me. About to find out, I guess.
A walk would be nice.
Excuse me. Well, that was a mile off. Oh, does it attack, I guess? I don't think it looks too happy with me, though. Alright, let's try that again.
Rise!
Is that gonna work? I don't think it's touching. Nope, it was too far off. Try again. Missed again.
Quake!
Aiming these things are a pain. That should work. Yep. And this one. Voila, chest.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
Now then, just switch back to Kaching. Where is she? Oh,
Let's
she's there.
finish this quickly.
Cool. And then we can be off. Should I explore? No, we'll continue. Shall we go? Aye. Nod. Alright then. Look, from up here you can clearly see how the water moves faster through those narrows, then slows down as the river widens out. The jade must have stopped there. We should find what we're looking for. There. Makes sense. Wow, you're such a real whiz kid. Paimon's been wondering though, what's that massive thing in the distance? That huge thing is Jade Mouth. It's the legendary jade ring that an Adeptus threw into the water. Yeah, I can see why people thought they were giants. Yeesh. But the river curves around there, so the current should actually speed up. But the river gradually gets wider there. Yeah, so the rapid flows around the bend might have resulted in a deposited along the convex bank, where it widens. So there's actually a good chance that the jade is at the bottom of the river, somewhere around Jademouth. Of course, that's assuming that the river hasn't been artificially altered. Not to mention there's a fisherman legend that goes like, jade shall rise from the sunken mouth, or something like that anyway. Let's go over there and take a look around first. Oh, compared to Lamai, Paimon feels completely out of her depth. It's because my friend is amazing. She knows everything there is to know about the mountains. She taught me loads too. That's how I learned so much. Sorry, Paimon, you just need better friends. You are unfit for duty, Mini Pie. As the young lady, I am most disappointed. Don't worry about it too much. Try it again. Don't worry too much about it, Paimon. Yeah, that's right. Paimon has loads of other strengths. Whatever's the case, let's go down and ride a bamboo raft. A raft. Ahoy, Jade Mouth, here we come. I think that's what he said. Going down. Oh, actually, grab this first. Now, going down. Okay, grip the edge, why don't you? And we're, oh wait, this could be bad. Let's get off this thing. I know how this works. I get crushed. There's the gap at the top to cover for that, but wasn't gonna risk it. We. So many sparklers I must resist. Look, a bamboo raft. Guess that's where we can get a boat to take now. I think that's what he said. Someone's coming on board. Wait, is that a Mal? Come, I'll take you. Alright, Bowman, take us to the Jade-Mouth. Alright, Jade-Mouth it is. The other two, you're tourists? Well, if you're here for sightseeing, there's not many locals who head that way. You could say that, Mr. Bowman. Are there any stories about the Jade-Mouth that I haven't heard before? Knowing you and how much you love your stories, kiddo, you must have heard them all by now. Tell me more. Tell me more. Alright then. Well, I've heard it mentioned that Jade-Mouth was left behind by Rex Lapis when he marched through here to save the people of Shinyon Vale. Legend has it that it was to prevent a naval advance from downstream, the local Adepti. Yeah, I'm making up as you go again, Gramps. There's no way Liwei's navy came up this river. I've heard the Jade-Mouth was formed by a piece of jade left by a giant carp. In those days, a bodyguard tried to redirect the river to drown the Millelith stationed on both banks in Shinyon Vale, but a giant snake and giant carp who were subordinates disobeyed orders. The giant snake held up the bodyguard while the giant carp, she threw jades she wore here. The jades pinned down the river, and ever since, we've had no more floods. Everyone can live peaceful lives on both sides of the river. You might understand a lot, kiddo, but you haven't seen much. Take a closer look. There aren't even crops by this river. See, after it was pinned down by the jades, it's true that the river banks hasn't flooded, but that also means that it hasn't been provided irrigation for the crops. So what was once a wide, gently flowing river is a narrow, flowing, rapid torrent. Such river needs no substance for the earth on its banks. Of course, that also means no people living peaceful lives on both sides. No people. No. Paimon gets in now. Did you just say the Adepti was resisting the Lord of Geolodamel? That's how it was all that time ago. Some people believe that the first Lord of Liyue was Rex Lapis, but in Shinyon Vale we believe that before he came, there were other gods, and Adepti who protected our ancestors. I heard Grandpa Lou say that the tea ceremony was actually for the Carp Adeptus, who planted our first tea tree. Ooh, but aren't the Adepti supposed to be baddies? They were serving for the bodyguard after all. In some stories they're baddies, while in others they're goodies. But it was all such a long time ago, even the grown-ups don't remember much, so they're always trying to bluff me. Talking about that friend of yours again. How can such supernatural beings be held to such simple codes of right and wrong? As far as we're concerned, all forces that have ever blessed and protected the land deserve our offerings. There you go again. Alright then. Time to get off. We're here. Thanks, Gramps. We're here. This is the Jade Mouth. And by the way, that text came way too fast for me to read. Such a huge chunk of jade, and even other pieces are massive. Whoever threw this down, Adeptus or not, it must have been absolutely titanic. Adepti come in all shapes and sizes. They could be as tall as clouds or as small to hide among the pool and leaves. How did the rest of it go again? I mean, yeah, I didn't catch the rest of that. Talking about the text going too quickly. I got to that part and I didn't even get to read the last part. Well, we're here. This is Jade Mouth. But how are we going to find out that jade underwater? Ah, so that's how it is. The spring cries, the ripples through the vales, the shrine departs from the northeast shores. The heights and the shallows of the southwest hide the sun, the earth from each divide the eternal whirlpool that never churns, the beautiful jade concealed within. What's that little mouse singing about? It sounds pretty complicated. It's one of our local folk songs. I heard an old granny singing it when she was gathering herbs. It means if you look from the center of the river to the banks on either side, you will see two stone shrines, hidden into the northeast and southwest. These shrines keep the mighty whirlpool in the center suppressed. Paimon understood that last bit, so the jade's hot hidden on beneath the whirlpool. Yep, sounds like we're going treasure hunting. Hooray! But the area between the northeast and southwest is so huge. After all, in a broad sense, northeast and southwest of Jade Mark can include pretty much the whole world. You're always thinking outside the box, Miss Paimon. There's no need to worry. I already have an idea where the shrines will be because, well, my friend told me. Come on, let's roll. I have a question. Does anyone else think that a giant maelstrom suddenly appearing here might not be too great? Oh yeah, won't that mean the boats can no longer sail out of Yeon Wolf? Oh, don't worry about that. My friend told me that once we're done what we need to beneath the whirlpool, it will disappear completely. Otherwise, how would the old boatman carry on making a living? Wow, so it's not just a smart whirlpool, but considerate one to boot. Let's get going then. Oh, it's not one of these. How about we try using the adaptive energy, Amy? This was the tutorial one, huh? I'm being dumb again. What am I not seeing? Well. Oh, wait. I see now. Guess that settles it. Oh, you're amazing. Even my friend couldn't do anything about the shrines. You got that right. This thing's huge. Whoops. Guess we climb this part. I'm just curious at the top, that's all. Probably nothing, but it's always fun. Gives you a lay of the land too, for later. I see it down there. Well, these treasure hunters are about to have a bad day. Hey guys, just passing through.
Be gone!
Off with you!
Windblade!
I wasn't done. You're over.
That was fun. Wait, reinforcements. More fun to be had. Hiding behind that tree, mister.
Be gone!
Another test subject.
Oh, treasure hold. Ow. Completely missed that because I was fighting.
Covenants of the deep. Hold the line. Prepare to be blown away. Rest and revamp.
I don't know if you got poke damage.
Wingblade.
Got careless. It should hit the wrong test subject.
Hold the line.
I'll keep this close.
Come on, have a look. All the pills are lit up. Huh? We haven't seen the whale pop from the song yet. What should we do next? How about giving that electrical energy of yours a try, Miss Amy? Quick look, the whirlpools appeared like the song said. Wow, like the legend says, golden carp. It's you again, Adeptus Fusion. Fusion? Hold on to that thought. I see a chest. Oh, of course. Oh, hi, old friend.
No touching. For Rex Lapis. Don't blink. Cut to the chase. Yeah.
Lovely camera. Ouchies. Big ouchies.
Billowing surge. Born of ice and frost.
Okay, you're done, Zed.
I can fix this.
Okay, spoke too soon. Now you're done, Zed.
this an answer from this world? A reward on the road.
What are you going to show me, lady? Huh. Interesting. Amy, Paimon, we meet again. And who might this be? You haven't met before? This is little Mao. He's helped us so much along the way. No, we haven't met before, but you must be a good child, little Mao. Hello, and yes, that's me, miss. Are you an Adeptus? Are you? You are, aren't you? This is Adeptus Fusion. Thanks for all your hard work you've given Amy and Paimon. It's really the legendary fusion in the flesh. I can't believe this. I've heard so many stories about you, and now I know that you're not some kind of big slippery cop, but a lady instead, like a big sister. A big cop, honestly. What kind of stories have you been listening to, little Mao? One is indeed an Adeptus, and can take such forms as one pleases. This particular form is the one that is most approachable for conversing with humans. Makes sense? From what you've said, you have a very unique scent, little Mao. Have you met someone in the mountains before? Someone with golden eyes, a fair complexion, perhaps? Not exactly, big sis Fusion. You're not talking about one of your Aura friends, are you? My friend from the mountains doesn't sparkle like you do. She's also really cool. She's helped me a ton and taught me loads. So it was her after all. Your friend wasn't a Adeptus Fusion after all, huh? But Big Sis Fusion is my friend too now, isn't she? Of course, little Mao. I am delighted to have made friends with you. Way to go, little Mao. Now you've met two Adepti. Little Mao's met other Adepti? Of course. But I've met more. Whoop whoop. Go me. I win. Huh? What? Don't worry about her. Anyway, does that mean Little Mao's friend is also an Adeptus? As for whether Little Mouse counts as an Adeptus or not, I'm not quite sure myself. After all, Adeptus is merely a title. It's hard to say whether we Adepti are even people. The word Adeptus is just like any other word, such as hero, villain, or idiot. No one is born an Adeptus, and no one shall remain an Adeptus forever. That's true. So you've met that friend of Little Mouse we were talking about, right? Indeed. It has been a long, long time since I last saw her. So now I suspect I don't know her half as well as Little Mao does. I'm not even sure if I still count as a friend. According to Little Mao, according to what Little Mao said, his friend wants to restore nature. His friend wants to restore nature too. Well, I would imagine so. Anyway, I must ask you all to please take a piece of this volatile rain jade I had originally hoped it might remain here, as same as it ever was, but I never expected it to go quite so large. I used to love it so. This rain jade that you just mentioned, did it rain down or make it rain or something? Of course not. After the great challenges of our geology, Our ancestors, the people of the Shion Vale, lost their ability to communicate with the heavens, and lost the guidance of the emissaries, whose beauty was as pure as moonlight. Henceforth they began to take jade, which glowed as gently as the light of the moon, and they cast it into the river. As they did, they would pray for good omens, fertile land, for climate weather, and for the riverbanks to hold strong. Over time, these rituals grew in power until one day... Pixis Fusion, what happened next? One day the long war to become gods would reign over the world began. Afterwards the tradition lost all its meaning. But though it was forgotten, its name has still passed down over generations. To cut a long story short, this piece of voluntary rain jade before us was the very last one to ever be thrown. Just as part of the surface, when commended by an adeptal art, can be made large enough to stop a flood to its core. Its core too has been swollen and uncontrolled adeptal energy. Much of the power dissipated with the surrounding area and the spirit veins. This power may have also affected nearby flora and fauna, attracting and even making apparitions of them. You must be careful. What? As far as I can tell, the adeptal energy has dissipated nearby. It should be sufficient to reawaken the harbiting voluntary rain jade. If this is the case, we're one step closer to achieving our goal and nursing the water and soil back to health. How should I say this? Amy, Paimon, thank you both. You're doing an amazing thing by choosing to help me, and little Mal. Will you help me too? Will you help your big sis? Of course, I want to help restore nature too. Is that so? Well, that's good. You're very smart, little Mal. You'll understand everything later. Alright then, let us go our separate ways for now. Once you've retrieved the adeptal energy and filled the volatile rain jade, we'll meet again, deep pool shrouded in a cloud of mist, into the south. To the south? Got it, eh? She's gone and disappeared again. Ah, well. Let's just do what Big Sis Fusion said and restore this volatile rain jade power. Speaking of which, what's it got to do with voting? See, you're not as much brighter than Paimon. It's voltive, not voting. Oh, right. It's so complicated. Though since you mentioned it, what does voltive mean and why is it called rain jade again? Exactly. What does it mean? Let's follow that adeptus instructions and search for the scattered adept or something or other. Energy, I'm guessing. Whoa, this jaw suddenly got bigger. Is this the adeptal energy fusion was talking about? Monsters, watch out!
Windblade! Don't blink! Hey!
Let's fry this goon. Oh, another strange phenomenon, another lump of... Is this condensed from adeptal energy?
No touching!
You got on water, you made a big mistake. Reinforcements. What reinforcements? Those guys, maybe? Swirly energy. Wow, almost totally drenched. Ah, it's gone. Oh, hi guys.
Speed of light. Yeah, nowhere to hide.
Okay, that guy's fast. Careful, you don't catch a cold. Catching a cold isn't the problem here.
Don't blink.
Comfy. Come here, Mr. Pig. Guess not yet, huh? Oh, okay. Ball created by the injected
Wind blades.
power.
Speed of light. Yeah. Hey. Rest and rebuild. Access denied. This is long overdue. Don't blink. Yeah, prepare to be blown away.
Oops.
Incoming. With sword comes shadow.
Almost down.
Don't blink. Hey.
Trying to end this. Oh, I never knew that energy could turn into a forest ball.
Allow me.
So this is what Fujin meant when she said aberrations.
Is this an answer from this world?
Oh, I said that before. Careful, there's hill chills here too. There are sealies here too.
Speed of light. Cut to the chase.
And he's paying the ass too.
Incoming.
Don't get me in the corner. It's not happening.
Rest and rebuild. Wingblade. Be gone.
Yeah, I think that'll work. Hello, music. Oh, hello to you too. Sealies and 3 of them. Miss Palmer, do you guys often play with Sealies? Haha, play together. Yeah. Well, looks like the Sealies really like you guys. Sure. Yeah, that's it.
I'll keep this close.
In the water, huh? Yeah, I figured that might be it. Fire. Did you push the right button? Oh, well, that was sort of... That just happened. Can't use the water, okay. Let's do round 2 of that, I guess. But let's switch first, eh? I don't feel like using amber again.
Leave it to me.
Where is she? Oops, I forgot to leave a moon apparently. Watch out, everybody is 40.
Let's go out and play.
I'll have you later as well. Probably tomorrow, I think.
Ooh, will we find any firework materials in here?
No, just primers. Right, and also I haven't really want to pick this thing up, so I should switch back to the main party.
As per our contract.
Phew, that's finally over. Paimon wonders if this is adeptal energy something or other. I can't quite catch the rest of that. The Paimon wonders about this adeptal energy and it's like, I could not read the rest. J-mouth. That was beginning to bug me. Look, it's moving. The Vaulted Ranger looks different now. It kind of looks like something or other. This is rebooting again. Seems like the jade started to move. That's right, but according to the story, the riverbed should have lots of other vaulted rain jades. Why does Big Sis Fusion only want this one? Look, it's shining, almost as if it's resonating with the adaptable energy on you, Amy. Why don't you try using that power, eh? That should do it. Wow, awesome. It suddenly became so small. Yeah, Palmer didn't think we'd change after that. Guess that's millennia-old treasure for you. It's just like you said, little mouse. Something could be as tall as clouds or as small, hide enough to amidst a pool of urban and leaf. Yeah, well, it looks like the vaulted rain jade's in our hands now. You're so reliable, Amy. Hey, Paimon worked hard too. Miss Paimon's amazing. So you're going to take us to that deep pool? Sure, crowded in cloud and mist to the south now, right? Cloud and mist. I think Xingqiang Vale has a place like that. But where? Tell us, little guide, and Paimon will take you there. Do you remember that place Mountain mentioned? The spot where we met? That place is super foggy, and I know there's a secret cavern that leads there. Even the other locals don't know. It was my friend that showed it to me, and since you're my friend too, Paimon, I'll tell you all about it. You've got an amazing friend, little Mel. Your friend connected to the mountains. Are they connected with the Adeptus Fusion? Yeah, of course. Well, you're both pretty impressive too. Well, any friend of yours is a friend of ours too. In fact, Paimon hopes we can meet her on the way. I think he said, shall we go? Paimon's going to take you all the way to the place you mentioned, little Mel. Take us away, Miss Paimon. Give us a moment, let's see if there's any more treasures. Nah. Alrighty then, let's go.